Hello everyone, my name is Picky and welcome to my new video. And as you can see, I finally got my elytra and I work a little bit off camera. So I built an iron farm over there and I built this villager breeder over here. So this villager breeder was mainly so I can build this iron farm, but I will need villagers for some future projects too. And obviously I was in the end and got my elytra and some other stuff like shulker boxes and so on. So now I can start playing a little bit more seriously. And I got my first beacon in this world, so now I can get materials a little bit easier. And this last episode I built this creeper farm, or to be specific, I built this decoration for my creeper farm. And now I can finally start using this gunpowder that this creeper farm produces when I'm using rockets. And for today I'm planning to do a similar episode like this. So I am planning to decorate this iron farm and I'm planning to decorate this villager breeder so it can look a little bit nicer and it can fit a little bit better to my village, to my little base. So that's plan for today's episode. So first I'm going to build this iron farm and then I'm going to decorate this villager breeder. And without too much talking, I believe that it's time to go and start building this. I already prepared my materials in these shulker boxes, so I will just take this and go and start building. For this build I'm planning to do something a little bit different than for this creeper farm. For this creeper farm I basically just built something around the farm, and for this iron farm I'm actually planning to keep this iron farm feel and this iron farm look and just make it look a little bit better and to connect everything and to decorate surroundings of this farm. So this will be completely different build than this, and I hope that you will like it. And also, instead of just making a time lapse of building this like usual, I'm going to show a little bit more of first person perspective and I'm going to talk a little bit more about dimensions. So I'm going to talk what I'm building and how I'm building this. So I created a little bit of area around this farm so I have space to build this, and I'm going to start with building two circles. So from the center of this farm I'm going to build two circles. One is going to be diameter of 43 and other one is going to be 25 in diameter. So I'm going to start with building these two circles and then we are going to continue with rest of the build. So I built these circles and I separated in 4 sections. And on each side I have these openings for the pathway. So this is just a simple opening, so it is 5 block wide and 4 block long, and then 3 block wide with 5 blocks long. And later I'm going to put something over there, but now I need to connect this middle area with the floor. And I'm going to just simply use again some stone bricks with some stone bricks stairs and a little bit of iron blocks, because this is iron farm, so why not use some iron blocks to finish this and to add a little bit of details.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so now I connected everything with the ground, so this middle section is connecting this platform with the ground, and I built these pillars that holding my villagers and a zombie, so it doesn't look like they're floating in the air. And now I need to start decorating this inside area, but first I need to fix this circle because I realized that I built it a little bit wrong. So I need to go 3 then 2 1 1 1, and that's so it need to look a little bit like this. So it's a little bit a nicer circle than this. So just this inside circle, and then when I fix this, we can go and start decorating this inside area. For this middle part, first I'm going to separate these in smaller sections again that are surrounding this pillar that is holding these villagers. So this is going to be a one block all over, and is going to be something like this, that is filled with these stone bricks, and on stone bricks I'm going to put red nether bricks. So this is going to be the theme for this build. I'm going to use more or mostly these brick walls and nether bricks, these red nether bricks, and I'm going to decorate a little bit with soul lanterns. And again, I'm going to use some iron blocks because this is iron farm, so I'm going to use iron blocks to decorate this with soul lanterns. And in this middle section I'm going to put these poppies because they are produced in this iron farm, so why not to use it to decorate this iron farm. So this is going to be how I'm going to decorate this section. So I'm going to do the same thing for each side, and in this part that I done before, I'm going to place soul sand and a nether wart, because this is the theme that I'm going for, this red with gray, and I'm going to need a nether wart for some future projects. So this is going to be nether wart farm as well as iron farm. And now this build is starting to get the shape I wanted, and I really like this red accents. I think it fits really well to this build, but there is few more things left to do. Thing number one is I need to do this floor. I won't keep this as grass. I'm going to make this floor from coarse dirt underside and a little bit of dark oak slabs, and then I'm going to do something a little bit different, a little bit crazy. So I'm going to make big glass circle around this farm. Why? Just to make it look a little bit crazier and to make something a little bit different. And also I need to put a little bit of details on this platform and around this farm, and then this build is going to be done. And this build is done, and I really like how this build turned out, and I definitely accomplished what I wanted for this build. And this is definitely much different build than anything that I built in this world before. It's completely different and I really like it. It's a little bit on a crazy side with this circle around it that doesn't have any purpose, but that is the reason why I really like it. And I like this red with grey color theme for this build. I think it fits really well, and this build definitely adds a little bit of a life and color to this base, and I'm really happy how this ended up looking. I kept this iron farm look and iron farm feel to this build, so you can still see these villagers and this zombie and these iron golems that are spawning on this platform, but I just made it look a little bit better and a little bit nicer, and this is something I wanted for this build. But I have one more project for this episode, and this is I need to make decoration for this villager breeder. And the design for this villager breeder is going to be in form of the house, and I must say that this house is not my design, so I saw it some time ago on Reddit and I really like it, so I wanted to implement it in my world. So I won't take credits for this build, and I will just make a time lapse of building this house. And this build is done, and it's looking really good. And now villagers have even a better house than I have, so this is really nice. I will need to decorate a little bit of this interior and lit up this area even better, so I won't have mob spawning. But other than that, this build is done. Now this area looks much better with this build, and I really like how this build fits in this area, and my base is getting better and better with every build. So in this episode we finished 2 projects. So we built this villager breeder house and we built this iron farm, and I really like how this base is turning out and how this build is looking. And just a little look from the skies, so it's still quite a small base, but it will get bigger and bigger with every episode and with every build, so I'm really happy with that. And that would be it for this episode. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!